So we start with, so it says the first title was Basics of Navigation, and the first thing is solar system. In the solar system, we always believed before in the school days that there was 9 planets, isn't it? Pluto was considered as a planet, then they knocked it off, and then again they came back. Decide Baba kya karna hai na? What you want. So the solar system basically is not the only system we have, because in the galaxy there are plenty of those systems. We are one of them, maybe most probably the smallest one, we don't know yet. Okay, so we are bound to the sun actually because of the gravitational force which take us there, isn't it? Okay, so that gives us some orbit, that means we go around. Okay, let's say this is the sun, the center here, isn't it? So the earth, which is do I have something, let's consider this as the earth. Okay, so the earth goes around the sun, isn't it, in an elliptical way. So the elliptical way is like, it's not circular, it's not in a perfect circle. So the distance from here to here will be greater, from here to here it will be shorter, isn't it? So this is basically done in 365 and a quarter day. This is what our dear great Saint Gregory told us, and we believe it because that's what the calendar says, isn't it? That's how we celebrate the New Year, and that's how we celebrate the Christmas and Holi and all the festivals, isn't it? So variation with the Hindu calendar are always there. Every calendar, every community has their own calendar, so that's a part. But this is what is the science is telling us. Now I cannot argue whether the science is correct or wrong, because I am not a scientist myself, isn't it? And not at all into the astrophysics or anything, so I cannot comment on that. But there is a community in US which still believe that the earth is flat. They don't believe the earth to be round, a sphere, perfectly sphere to nahi hai, but almost a sphere, isn't it? Not like a ball. So they don't believe in that. But we, majority, we believe that the earth is kind of a sphere body, and we are on it, isn't it? So we have here the sun. First planet, the closest, is Mercury. You must have learned the short form. Every teacher has its own way of giving, okay, that Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, whatever you short form karo, okay. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. We are separated. This inner, we call these inner planets. These are the outer planets. Are separated by the asteroids. Those are basically the residual of our universe, isn't it? Sab kachra isme jama hua hai. This is how I call it. So this separates the inner planets and outer planets. The outer planets are bigger. All of them generally goes around the sun, isn't it, in a elliptical way. Okay, they have an orbit which is elliptical. So some of them are huge. Some of them have also satellites, okay, of their own. Like we have one satellite here. Moon is our satellite, isn't it? Natural satellite of the earth is moon, because it keeps going around the earth, okay, not in the same time then the earth rotates around the sun, but it remains at the same distance also, almost, okay, it doesn't change. So there are satellites here. Saturn has the maximum number of satellites actually, isn't it? Okay, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto is the last one, which is considered not to be anymore. So here Pluto and Charon is there. So these are the planets we have. Okay. which consists of our solar system. So principal component we all depend on sun. Okay, sun घुस गया तो हम हो गए खत्म. End of the story, isn't it? Okay. So inner planets and outer planets, as I said. Okay. So this is how they go as a elliptical. Okay. In the solar system, it looks like they're going say circularly at the same radius, which is not the correct way of showing, but this is the closest picture I have which shows you the thing, isn't it? Kepler's law says that a body which is going around will have a area which is covered by it will be remain same at any given time. What it means is that, so the earth is here, okay, so it covers some area when it goes from here to here on its path around the earth. So the area made by this triangle here will be the same as if the earth is here, because it will, so that means the speed of the earth varies as it goes on to the orbit. The area has to remain the same. The area it covers will be the same. Okay, I'll show you another picture later on. Okay, so before that we'll write down when we are closest to the sun. This is the closest to the sun and this is the farthest to the sun. Now soon, in about 2 weeks time, the earth will be the closest to the sun on the 3rd of January. Okay, and it's called perihelion. Okay, this name you need to remember, so you want to write down this sentence. Okay, a body closest approach to the sun, or just write down earth when it is closest to the sun is known as perihelion. Okay, whereas the most distant point, that's when it is farthest away, is called aphelion. Away, A for away, P for proximity. This is how I remember that. Okay, simple way to remember is P for proximity, perihelion, A for aphelion, away, isn't it? And remember me, you will not forget me. This is my birthday. So I am away from the sun on my birthday. So it says orbits of all the planets are nearly circular. It is not. Then why do we call it elliptical, isn't it? Because it's not circular, isn't it? Okay. So this is the way the planets, 8 planets it says here, isn't it? Okay, are going around. So we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, asteroids in between, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto is very much there. I know it. Okay. So this is the planets which are represented there. Okay. So the direction is always anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, as the American says, isn't it? Okay. So that means if this is the center, the sun, seen from the top, I go anti-clockwise like this, isn't it? Okay. Clockwise will be this. That means this is my 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3. This is wrong, isn't it? This is the anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. And this is also asked. It's one of the questions you will have in the test also, isn't it? So Venus, which we can see. Have you seen Venus ever? You can see in the naked eyes. Venus, isn't it? It's a planet which is visible to the naked eyes, isn't it? Okay. Venus rotates clockwise and this guy is inclined almost 90 degrees. Okay. So they are perpendicular to the rest of the. So then how do seasons takes place? Because we have different seasons, isn't it? Why is the cold always coming in December and January? Why is the sun, the rain coming in June, July, August, September, isn't it? Okay. And so You must have learned also met past Indian climatology. Okay, so you will have to learn that the monsoon, we have generally in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, we have 4 seasons. It's always 3 months, one season. So seasons start basically from spring, because that's the time we start the first harvest. Okay, so the first harvest is what we have, and we celebrate in Hindu calendar some festival, the first harvest. You know what festival we celebrate? Holi comes around 21st of March. Kabhi 19, kabhi 20, kabhi 22, sometimes, isn't it? It keeps varying according to the calendar. So we have this festival which is basically based on the same system, solar system, isn't it? So 21st March to 21st June, we have the spring, isn't it? That is the season we have. The second season we have is summer, 21st June to 21st September. And again, end of the summer, we celebrate another festival, okay, which is very famous, especially in the north. That's our second harvest, which is known as Baisakhi. September comes Baisakhi, isn't it? Some month I have seen has fallen in end of August, but I think I have not understood the methodology of the Hindu calendar yet, but I'm trying to. There was, I think, some period where we add 1 month or we subtract 1 month. I think this time we had couple of Diwalis like this year. This second season as summer, 21st June to 21st September. From 21st September to 21st December, which will come soon, we are in autumn. Okay, American calls it fall. So we will be in the fall season, and 21st December to 21st March, again back, we are in winter. Okay, so we will fall in winter from next week. So these are the 4 seasons we have, and we will be looking at this individually. So the Earth doesn't take exactly 365 days. It takes 365 and a quarter day. 365 days and 6 hours. Okay, you must remember that. So this is known as apparent motions of the planet.